Okay, I've slowed the speed down to 685 RPMs, and I got about a ½ inch of cut here. I'm thinking I might have done. That might not have been a good idea, but let's go ahead and do this pass and see what it looks like at that lower speed. So I think this is a 6 flute or more. We'll have to look at that later on. So here we go. I should be able to get down to depth in almost my entire width. Matter of fact, I'm going to move this over and pick that up, move away from my line. So let me loosen this up. That way, if I have to make anything up, it'll be my overall width. So let's see how that goes. Tighten that up. If I have to make it any wider, I can do it on the line here. So that's tightened, that's locked. Get my shield up. I have a feeling this is more than 50 thousandths. I'm getting a lot of sparks. I'm going to move my cutter over a little bit more. That's enough. I think I need to increase my speed back. Still not wide enough. I'm gonna loosen this up again. Surely that'll get the width. I think I need to, I think my depth of cut is probably too heavy. I thought I only did 50 thousandths. Although the machine sounds really good. The cutter sounds happy. I'm just getting kind of a light show. That was my clutch releasing. So let's slow our feed down. And when we finish this, I'll go check my my clutch, the tightness of my plate. Yeah, this is way too hot. Okay, let me explain what happened here. I think my tool might have been loose, causing it to dig in a little more, making the clutch slip. And the reason this plate's on here is there's two gears in here that's sandwiched together. And at the hole in the middle of the gear, that bore, there's gears facing up and down that's sandwiched together. And when you're in low range, they're sandwiched together, I believe. So that's why this plate is up here, to keep all that smashed down. I brought the cutter up. Okay, I'm getting this cleaned up now. Get a level bed here. Just doing 20 thousandths or so until I get this bed level, this cut leveled out. I'm gonna have just a little bit more. Here we go. Okay, now we're gonna do 50 thousandths. That was just a wrench. Around with my Y. I would rather come back and do that later. There's another 50. I think everybody likes this speed better. 19, I think. Yesterday we were 1140. This is a little smaller diameter cutter, but it's still a 4-foot. There's 50 thousandths. I want to try 100 thousandths. Here's 100 thousandths. Beating a little slower. Seems to be pretty happy. Okay, let's try 100 thousandths conventional milling. Okay, so I changed cutters. I tightened up my column. I think that was walking on me. We put another cutter in. It's a little smaller diameter. It's a 4 flute. We increased our RPMs to from 1140 to 1920, and we're currently cutting 100,000ths. I may go back down to, we'll try a couple more 100,000ths cuts. I may go back down to 50. I'm going to put it on time lapse. Okay, I doubt if that time lapse was very good. I increased the length of time between shutter shots. I guess how you say that. Anyway, I have some sulfur-based cutting oil. I just want to see if I can keep this thing a little cooler. Keep this cutter a little cooler without causing a forest fire of smoke. 50,000ths. That's not going to work. Let's do another 50,000. I only have about another 100 to go. Let's get a measurement on this. No, I got another. Let's see here. We're 50,000ths off. We're 444. So here's another 50. Just take our time. Okay, we're close enough there. I'm thinking about doing the final cut down the center with this 2 flute. So you may get a chance to comment on that before I do it. I'm not sure when I'm going to do it. I think we're going to kind of call this one. Here's 100,000. Okay, well, this isn't really where we started. We started with a rusty piece of steel. We basically just cleaned it up. We didn't really true it up. And I got this dimension here. And if we flip this up and try to match that up, you see that side there is even, and this side is a little proud. So I got some wiggle room. I undercut it by what, 20 thousandths or so? 25? I don't know what that is. So that's good. The depth, let's check the depth with this. And I don't know if you can see it or not, but how can I demonstrate it? So okay, up here, so I got a little wiggle room in my depth as well. So that's usually where I screw up a project. You can see the original scratch there, the original scribe line. And it's the same all the way down. And I took the line on this side. I got a nice flat bottom. And the next step is going to be the Brown and Sharp 60 degree. I hope 60 degrees is right. Yeah, sure it is. There it is. So we'll be coming in here, taking little bites till we get something that looks like this. So I'm not going to worry so much about my width here. I want to get my my dovetail first. I don't know, maybe I should take this to the correct dimension first. What do you think? Should I leave this shy where I need to be, cut the dovetails, or do I need to do this to my number and then start the dovetail? We should be able to get, let's see, let me think here. Got this very elegant scribe made by Randy Richards in the shop. Boy, if he ever puts these back on the market again, I'm going to buy a dozen of them. They make nice gifts, and they're great tools. It's a carbide tip on there. I haven't had to do anything to surface that, to resurface that. So there's one. Let's get a saw kerf in there. There's two. So I got an easy 3 tool holders out of this. There's 1, 2, and 3. Yeah, just a thing of beauty. And it's engraved here. It says R&R in the shop, and you can't see it anymore because I've, the care that I wear on this thing. But that tip is still razor sharp, and the whole thing is self-contained. That's why it lasts so long, because the thing stores away in its own case, and it doesn't get bumped in the drawer, dinged around. Like I said, I'll pick up a dozen of these next time he puts a group of them out there. I've actually tried my own version of Randy's, I think here's one that I made. I don't have I had a little embellishment there. Sorry, Randy. And this is a little micro screwdriver for, like, your eyeglasses and whatnot. And it's the same thing. You turn it around, you screw it back in, and you got your micro screwdriver. And if I had the ability to do those carbide points, there it says Adam, and that would be my son's name. My son was in a tournament. He shoots sports handguns, and he was in a tournament with like this guy's like top shooter in the country. I mean, the Grand Nationals winner. And pretty excited to see my son, in that competition with that caliber of competition, he's up against, and he does very well. He does very good. Yeah, I think they shoot 45s. There's different classes and different. You draw and run around, take cover, and shoot at different targets. And there's, I don't understand it all, but he's firing live ammunition and being judged. It's all that paintball. All that paintballing we did. Okay, guys. I'm really excited about kind of being back. I tell you, it really feels like I'm back at it. I feel like I'm here for real now. And, that only means that my wife is much better. Not as good as she could be or will be, but much better. Give me time to work on my little things out here. My main focus is going to be learning this milling machine and learning, the ins and outs of that. it may seem silly to you that I do some things, but I'm not a very smart guy, and I often learn the hard way, but I come up with some pretty cool stuff sometimes. So, I mean, I look back at my older videos on the lathe and on the mini lathe, and I'm like, damn, I was impressed, man. I was doing some stuff, you know, considering I'd never, touched a machine like that the first 65 years of my life. But yeah, it feels good to be out here doing it. The addiction has reasserted itself. Hey, as always, it's YouTube and America's foremost student machinist, Kimberzelik. Tell a buddy, bring a friend. And I certainly appreciate all of you coming around.